instead of a lot of times too is people are, we're judgmental. We can't be judgmental of other people's pasts either. That's another thing. Like we have to we've never walked in their shoes, so we can't judge. We can't judge people's paths and the mistakes that they've made either, because that's what they chose in their blueprint regardless.
Ego manifests in many different forms on many different levels, and you start thinking, one of the signs too is you start to shift your consciousness in the terms of, instead of me, I, you start to feel a part of something bigger. You start to feel a part of the collective consciousness. That's when you get more empathy too. And, it helps us dropping our ego. I mean, we're always going to have some type of ego. We're human. Again, we're meant to go up and down. We're going to ride the wave up and down. But your ego really dictates how you treat yourself and how you treat other people in your life. And it also, the more you let go of the me, I, the bigger your eyes open up to bigger perspectives and the bigger picture in your life. Because once you get these different perspectives into your life, it can make so much change. It can literally make waves in the right direction, because you're able to actually, and everybody can do this. This is called like discernment. In my opinion, discernment isn't always just given, it's earned. Sometimes people are born with more discernment than others. And discernment's the biggest part. Even if you have psychic abilities, if you don't have discernment, you can't tell what you're dealing with. You can't make reasonable, just decisions. And I think that basically having the ego and having the discernment, if you let go of your guards and let all that down and start to see the bigger picture, you can make better decisions.
I don't like you on that side. Can I switch?
Yeah.
I feel weird on the other side.
Can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
So today, I've got 19 people so far in my chat. Welcome everybody.
Hi guys. I'm a little mess today. Just ignore me. Ignore it. I didn't get a shower. I didn't do anything I needed to do. So just kind of ignore me today. You know what?
Fine.
I don't even know if I checked my... Oh, man. I'm just thinking. I don't know if I, put my filter on.
Uh-oh. Can you do that now?
I'm working on it. I didn't. No wonder. There we go. Look at that.
That's right. Let's see.
I knew there was something wrong.
Right. Well, we have a very interesting show for you guys today. So we're going to be talking about manifestation, intention, and meditation. And why cover all three of those topics? Well, they all coincide together to kind of give us a better life. That's probably a good sum of it. And we do have notes today. They're just bullet point notes, and we're going to add to those bullet points. Made it super sweet and easy. We're looking at about an hour and a half tonight, guys. But in every episode, we always want to welcome you guys in. I am Chastity, aka the Luminary Luna Beams, if you're new. And
I'm Rochelle, the Psychic Sleuth. You guys should all know who I am.
just in case. And then I guess
I've been doing astrology for 2 hours. My brain is fried.
I believe it. It'll do it. It'll do it to the best of us. Because it's like lines and numbers and what's this mean with this and that and this and that. I get it. I totally get it. I'm
not even the one doing the information. She's telling me the information and my brain is fried.
Yeah, it's overloading. It really is when you get back and start learning and all that. So I get it. It took me a while to really get into the groove, honestly. Like when I started learning, it takes a lot to learn because there's so many different possibilities. Like you just have so many different possibilities when you go back and forth with the houses and the zodiac and, the planetary bodies and how many are you going to include there. So it's tough.
Yeah. And I'm just trying to absorb it, but with me, things have to repeat. It has to be on a repetitive thing, or I won't get it.
Yeah, I get it. And it's just continually doing it a lot, is really awesome as well. It helps a lot. But yeah, I mean, so I guess we just go ahead and roll in. What do you got new besides the astrology? Is there any updates or topics that you want to share, Rochelle, before we get into it?
Not really. We already talked about Dylan being found and the map and the astrology for that. There's a video on that. Because what I'm trying to do is use multiple tools. Because as a psychic medium, we can only get so much. We're only going to get what spirit gives us. Some cases are easier, some cases are harder. So it's nice to pull in other tools to get different pieces of the puzzle, whether that be, astrology, cards. I'm trying to use them all in unison to get a bigger picture, to get more information to point towards, a location. So, the Dylan thing was really validating for me, and the astrology friend of mine that we're working on it, with that line going straight through where he was and the map validating it. Seriously, I didn't remember I had a map, so that's my bad. But I worked so many cases through so many years, I don't remember what I pull up. So that was really validating, and now I'm just trying to go back over old cases with her and do the astrology. We've done some more lines for Elijah. I've gone through each of the the lines and kind of learned what each of the degrees and whatnot mean. And then now we're doing Dulce. Her birthday is actually in a week, and her nodes are switched. So it's the time to, whenever I get pulled back to a case, it's normally something with the astrology or something in the case is going to take off. Probably something in the case is going to take off. So, my whole thing is trying to basically, say as much as I can say that happened and try to find areas, which location is super freaking hard. It's super hard. I don't think people understand. They think as a psychic, we can just go to a location and be just like, yeah, that's it. No, it doesn't work that way. Not even with astrology. So a lot of the astrology is going to pick places that we went on the map in Dulce though. So it's kind of interesting. And that one is more complicated than I thought. So now I understand why everything was crazy, why it was all over the place. It might involve multiple people. It might involve multiple places. That's why. So, and there was like 4 planets retrograde, the outer planets at that time. So a lot of slow moving stuff with her. So yeah, I'm just trying to learn that. I'm learning it backwards. I'm learning it by doing it slowly. And hopefully it's a good way for me to learn it, because of how she's trying to teach me, because she's seen my chart. She knows how I learn. So, and I'm an air sign. Can't really learn by reading. Like, I don't comprehend. I have the books, but it's hard for me to comprehend. So that's basically what I'm trying to do, is kind of put it all together to give a bigger picture, to give as much information as I can, because as a human, we can only get so much, and our astrology.
Exactly.
So I'm trying to use the astrology and the cards to validate the reading. And which it is, it seems to be, everything seems to be validated both ways. So that's really validating for me. It ups my confidence. Jesus.
It ups her confidence because it validates everything 100%. And I can agree with her there, because when I incorporate astrology into my readings sometimes, and that's how I provide my services, and it works. It works. And even if I can do it without, of course, both of us can, but it just adds an extra layer of information. It really does. All people walking by, that's kind of weird. The people are walking by. But yeah, so I guess I'll go ahead and just kind of share what I've been going through until the people pass. They need to get on. We're trying to do a show here. Okay. But yeah, so I've been super busy. I wouldn't say that I overplanned this week, but I kind of did. But you know what? I'm riding the wave. I'm making it through it. I'm proud of myself. I'm getting stuff done. This is my second live and second video drop in 24 hours, and I've got more to do. So are you ready, Rochelle? Okay. All right. So basically, I'll go ahead and just finish my part then. So Lights at Midnight just did a premiere at 7 p.m. We reacted to Sam and Colby, the mothership out in Austin, Texas. You'll have to go check it out to see what we got. It is part 1 of part 2. We will be doing Bobby Mackey. So if you're into the paranormal stuff, we've got that over there at Lights at Midnight with me and Emily, the fine art medium, my co-host. That is my other show that I do, or podcast rather. And then I'm going ghost hunting April 20th at Henry River Mills. And I'm super excited. It's my first official investigation. I got me some ghost goodies. So I got lights and certain things to bring with me. So I'll be able to do a little paranormal investigation, but I'm more concerned about the psychic side. Naturally, if I get, evidence, that's great. Awesome, cool, whatever. But I'm looking to go live there and bring you guys a spooky video on my channel, The Luminary Luna Beams. And I might even talk about it a little bit on Lights at Midnight, probably in the podcast version. What else have I been doing? Oh, I've been going live with Down South Supernatural. They'll be with me there. I got to meet them this weekend. I went to the Trivet Clinic Center Parafest, and I decided that I want to go back to the Trivet Trivet Clinic Center. I might say that 3 times for my birthday. So my birthday is May 31st, and I'm going to try to go somewhere around then and do some investigating there. Now, as far as the Luminary Luna Beam, since I have 17 million projects going on, but I couldn't be happier. It really fulfills my ADHD little hole there. But basically, I did not mean for this to happen, by the way. This just happened this way. I'm guided by spirit to I have deadlines, but I just put it out. So if y'all seen my video, I released a 7-minute video today that details my very first class that I'll be offering. It's called Manifesting with the Moon. And there's going to be tons of information in it. And I released a super special surprise. I will be doing prompt journals. Yay! So prompt journals basically come with like a little bit of information and they prompt you to fill them out. It will be about manifesting with the moon. That's what it will be called. And it's going to have educational material in it. But you're really going to get the how-to in the class. The book will just be the book with your basic information, and I'll probably knowing me, I'll throw some extra stuff in there. But and I've been working on this for 5 months, and I've kept it secret. Only a couple people knew. But basically, excuse me, I say we, me and my spirit team, basically. We say we, it makes me sound crazy, but it's good that I already talked to dead people, right? Hey! But so I'll be doing the prompt journals. I'm trying to have that out at least 2 weeks prior to the class. The class is June 27th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It'll be approximately 2 hours. It might go over. All the information for now, all that information is in the description box of that video on my channel, The Luminary Luna Beams. And it is just a regular video, not a live. So you can find it in the video section if you're interested. I'm even considering doing payment options for people that want to attend, like 3 payments. It's not much more than a normal session with me, guys. So if you want to learn how to change your life with the moon, because I've been doing it for 5 months, because I would not bring y'all anything that I didn't think worked. I got a moon manifestation journal. I've been doing it and I've had results. 5 months ago, you would have not seen this much of me. I'd have been doing my own thing. I couldn't focus, and it's really has given me a lot. So that's kind of my super exciting news that I have. And yeah, Trivet Clinic's haunted. I did a little live there, but I'm going to go back. But yeah, I'm excited and I'm doing it, and we're here, and me and Rochelle made it tonight. And I think that's pretty much it. I tried to sum it up pretty fast. So Rochelle, are you finally ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dogs doing their job. What can I say? Don't walk past my yard.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm trying to do, is just kind of evolve, that and catch up on everything. But I am I'm closing off my private readings to focus on YouTube, TikTok, Patreon, social media stuff, cases, lives, ghost hunting, like all that stuff. So that's what I'm doing. So I am closing off some time on my privates, because I have been going on privates for a year and a half I just need a break and I want to try to focus on my cases. That's where spirit's leading me. Not that I don't love to do private readings, but it's like the crime is really, it's my calling. I mean, it's all in my astrology chart, So, yep, that's basically what's going on now. So we'll see how that goes.
I feel good about it. I really do.
I'm excited. Like, I'm not like stressed or anything. I'm more excited about it. To grow the channel and to, try to work on more cases. And I mean, that's what where my real calling is,
Exactly.
So it'll help me learn more how I work cases. Maybe I'll get better at location. Maybe I'll get better at understanding certain things. So I feel like it's just time to really just get into that. I think I'm ready for it. So you guys will see a lot more of me on YouTube and a lot more of me on Luminary Luna Beams does charts. I don't. So when I do the astrology, it's not going to probably be natal charts. It's going to be it's going to be forensic astrology. That's my direction. Luminary Luna Beams is the one that does. I used to do astrology charts a long time ago, but when you don't use it, you lose it. So it was one of those things where I didn't keep at it, and I forget everything. So
Yeah. And if you want, I'll put my email address up there, or you guys can DM me if you're interested in any of my readings or the class. DM me on any of my socials. You can go under my video where I just did the video on my channel if you want to do it there, and just tell me you're interested, and I'll need your email address so I can get you. I want to get everybody a part of the email address, right? If we're going to do the class, and then that way I can update everybody at one time on anything, or send you all the printables and stuff that'll come along with it. But I didn't mean to interrupt Michelle. I say Michelle's middle name. Rochelle, Rachel. But yeah, and if y'all have any questions, I have all of my social media accounts, except for YouTube. I have my services listed at the top, like pinned. So astrology, I definitely can do for sure. But I'm super excited for Rochelle because I think this is going to be ever expanding for you. I think you're going to end up. I just saw 50K, so let's hope for that by the end of the year at least. I see it coming. So it might not, I want to say the end of the year because I was just sitting here talking and it was like I saw 50K in my eyes. So
I think the more I do, like the faster we'll grow. And I think I want to be different, like, and bring as much information for cases to the table as I can. I just don't want to do just readings, because the more readings I do, the more inaccurate it gets. It's nice to do like a couple readings, the cards, back it up with astrology, be done. Because things are going to happen as they're going to happen. Like, that doesn't mean I'm not going to look and say, okay, this area could be right. But, I'll get more cases done that way. And it'll be more like to the point. The astrology will validate everything that comes before it. So I'm hoping to get to that point. And then by also cutting off private readings, I can focus more on the forensic astrology side. Cause it's just a lot. Like right now, like every day I'm trying to get to the things that I'm behind on. Like I'm behind on products. I've been behind for months. I've got to trying to get that done. I'm trying to get questions done. I'm like super behind on everything. So it's just, I need more time. I'm behind on my house. Like I need more time. I don't have time. When it comes to private readings, It takes up so much energy. It takes up like 2-3 hours a day, every day. And it's just, I don't have time to do it or energy to do anything else. So
I get it.
She's not. I have somebody that actually knows forensic astrology. Luminary Luna Beams just knows regular astrology. I think she's going to tap into eventually probably forensic, but I'm working with someone that's she kind of stays anonymous because of her regular job. It's a little frowned. I mean, she does astrology work, but it's like kind of different. Some astrologists think it's like taboo or whatever. I don't know, but yeah, she'll be on my channel at one point, hopefully, to talk about some crime charts, such as BK and Rick Allen, and maybe I'm trying to talk her into Scott Peterson. I think that would be a good one because he's going for the innocent projects now. So, yeah. I mean, I love doing I love doing readings, but it's just like. It's like, this is where I'm being pushed. This is where I'm being called. And it's like, I feel excited about it. If I didn't feel excited about it, it would be like, okay, it's not the time. But since last year, I said, as soon as things lighten up, I'm cutting off my schedule and I'm just going to work on cases. So, and cases take a lot of time. That's what people don't understand. It's not like bam, bam, bam. It's like, sometimes it takes days, weeks, whatever. And when you're throwing everything into it, it takes a little bit of time. So, but I go where I'm led. Like, it really doesn't do people any good to tell me, do this case, do that case. It's all about timing. Just like being pulled back to Dulce and all of her nodes just flipped. That means it's a relevant time for her. And her birthday's next week. Just like Dylan pulling back Dylan. And then he's found a week later. It's just, I get drawn to cases for a reason, So.
Yeah.
I'm excited because I really want to. I'm one of those like impatient people that I want to know everything about forensic astrology and not like push because I feel like I bug her to like, hey, can you work on this case? Hey, can you work on that case? And I know she's got like her own other job, and so I feel like I've got to try to start donating to her because she's actually going to teach me. Like
Right.
she's teaching me now, but she's actually going to teach me like from the things I need to learn, So, and I'd like it to be some form of help to her too, energy
Mhm.
exchange sort of thing. So,
Exactly. And
I want to
I was
pay her
saying
for teaching me.
exactly, and Spirit said this is a learning thing for you outside of just the astrology part. There's some other
Yeah.
bunches of lessons that are coming with this, so that's really cool.
Well, and the way that our charts are kind of like mine and your chart, like when we started doing this, we were like, oh, our charts are interesting right now. Same thing with me and her. Like our charts are the way that it's lining up as we were supposed to meet. We're supposed to be doing this. And just came at a weird time because I was literally so frustrated on a map over Elijah that I started kind of yelling at Spirit. Like, how come I don't have the gift of location? Like you want me to do crime, but there's no like I get so overwhelmed and pulled all different directions. I can't like tell you, they're all
Yeah.
relevant. They're all relevant, but we don't know until we find something out why I'm being pulled there. So it was like, well, if you learn forensic astrology, then you get more of a direct area to kind of check on. Depends on what line too. So you can use the psychic to be like, okay, I've seen all this that's on this line. Let's go check that out. No different than Dylan's. Here's a map. We should have followed those lines. I remembered I had a map.
Yeah, it's going to
I
help
keep
you a lot in your
kicking my
stuff.
ass. I'm kicking my own
What?
butt on that. I'm kicking
Oh,
my own butt on
okay.
that because I forgot. Like, I forgot that we had a map on that. So every day I'm like, we had his location, but I didn't know I had a map.
Yeah. Yeah, it happens though. You do so much, and that's the thing is like, and actually, this is a good leeway into the topic for today because learning how to do these things, and there's nothing super duper to them. You can do these things very easy, which again, for guys that are you guys, gals that are coming in, we're doing manifestation, meditation, and intention. So we're going to do them in a particular order. And that's something that we have to apply in our lives to get stuff done too. And it's not just about being psychic, right? We can do this on our own. And that's actually a good thing is like learning about this can help you accomplish these goals in life that are possible. Don't let anybody ever tell you it's not possible. Now that's within reason though, right? So, I mean, I want to win
Well,
the lottery tonight. That's fine, but I can't. So,
well, Spirit they're the ones that give me all these ideas. So
yep.
when it came to the cards, they pushed me to cards, and it turns out my cards have been freaking scary accurate as long as I perceive them correctly. And even when the cases happen, it's like, holy crap, all the cards are there, even if I didn't perceive them right. They're like for instance, the two moms, like scary freaking accurate on the cards. So remember that our
Mhm.
cards are an extension of you. And so even if you're more psychic or it's like it brings out I don't even know how it works, but it's an extension of you and it brings I get amazed because I'm like, holy crap, like these cards knew everything I didn't know, but so they gave an extra pieces to the puzzle.
Yeah.
And it was just weird because I did that first. And then because I
Yeah.
knew something was gonna break like the day before, and I was like, oh, we gotta do a mediumship, and then the next day people are arrested. And I asked my friend that does the astrology, I was like, can you help me do the astrology chart on this? And I said, because something's gonna break tomorrow, and she so that it broke, and she's like, well, next time I guess I have to listen to you because same thing with Dylan, like so I just get that like urgency feeling whenever I get that. It's like, yeah. But
That's crazy.
I
That's
just
crazy.
get
I'm so
pulled.
happy he was found.
Yeah. Yeah, but the thing is if I would have remembered, it's almost like I don't know if it would have made a difference. Like if I would have remembered I had a map and we did the astrology and we turned it in, if they would have listened and we not have got a plea deal, or if it turned out the
It
way it was
wouldn't
supposed
have.
to turn out,
They blocked
I
all
don't
the
think it would have.
mediums.
Yeah, I don't think it would have happened. I mean, I don't think it would have made a difference, but I'm still kicking my butt because I didn't remember I had it.
Yeah.
Somebody else actually told me when he was found, they're like, you had a map, right? I was like, what?
It's
I
like,
did?
thanks for telling me now.
What? Because I don't get a map in every case like that. Like it's nice when I do. Like Anaya, I had one, Anaya's was right, but that one was like specific because of the borders, But it's just it's tough. It's a lot. It's a lot because I'm also got a learning curve on the cards because I don't always get a lot of intuitive stuff with that, but sometimes I do. Sometimes I'll see areas like with Doulos, I saw something new in hers that I never seen before. So it's channeling a different way or learning a different part of yourself. So it's not perfect, but the cards are accurate. It's just how I
That's
perceive
why you're
them.
coming to my moon
Yeah.
manifestation class, so you can learn exactly when you're psychic and you can do all your card pulls, right?
I'm psychic all the time. What are you
I'm talking about the intuitive, yes, but look, when you do moon stuff, you ride the wave. I'm not as in tune. We're always psychic, but I'm not as in tune like towards the last few days of the month or the lunar cycle before the new moon. I can get information, but is it going to be as good as it was during like the full moon? Nope.
Yeah, there's
Because
times where I struggle a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, and it has to do a lot of times unless there's outside influences with the moon. So, and it really does. But I'm hoping that Rochelle, if you have the time, you can come sit with us in class. You're going to be a guest. How about that? If you want, I want you to come hang out with us.
Sure.
Putting you on the spot live. We've already talked about it actually, but that's why I said something. If you've got the time, I want you to come.
I don't know. We were talking about OJ in the chart. That did come up in the auto. I've done a reading on it, so that's all I'll say.
Yeah.
I came in the auto right. Something was going to happen with his health, but yeah, I did a reading on that. That's all we'll say about that.
Yeah, I'm a nerd too. I feel you, Bubbles. I'm a nerdy bird. Well, Rochelle, do you have anything else you want to add to our current events of interest?
I don't think so. That's basically what's going on. It's a lot at once, but
Yeah,
I think
we both got a lot going on.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's all going to work out. Gotta ride the wave.
I'm so far behind on stuff. It's stressing me out right now. So hopefully I get some time to do it. I feel bad because usually I was doing like my products like bam, bam, bam. I was getting them out really fast. And then all of a sudden this last 3, it's like, fuck, I can't find any time to do it because I channel when I do it. So after I'm done with these, I'm not going to offer those personal products anymore. I'll probably make stuff to sell just randomly, but it's too much because I got a channel with it. So, it's taking too long and I didn't ever want that. So I'm going to be sending extra stuff. I'm going to be sending extra stuff because I feel so bad. And that goes the same with like my questions. Like I'm like behind. So, because it's a lot. This work's a lot. It's draining. And now it's starting to get hot. It's starting to get hot on me. I don't have like a normal air conditioner. It's 88 in my house right now. I have like one of those plug-in air conditioners that I'll wait till it gets super hot before I use it. So last year I slept during the day and worked at night because of the heat. And I never was able to switch my schedule.
Right. Well, that's been me for the last 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah. So I've never been able to switch my schedule back. So I'm all the opposite now. It's ridiculous, but
it happens. I'm there too. And plus I'm more alive. I feel more alive at night. I'm a creature of the night, but I light up the night, I guess. I don't know. I have more energy at night.
I don't. That's why I'm like, I can't. People are like, can you do early readings? I'm like, no. Like, I just can't get my shit. I can't get my shiz together. Like,
me either.
5 is even pushing it for me. But like 6, 7, I'm all right. I have the energy. That's why my lives are late. Like, that's just how I am. I have a lot of nocturnal guides, like animal guides. Like a leopard and a wolf and an owl. They're all nocturnal. So
that is reminding me of something. I did get this past weekend, I met a medium. Her name's Kerr the medium. She's super sweet. She lives in the county next to me. And I did a reading for her out of nowhere because I watched this woman like watching her. And I'm like, do you have a woman guide? She's like, say more. I'm like, I explained to her and immediately she started crying. It was her grandmother. I did not intentionally do that. So I go sit down at her booth and give her a reading. And then at the end, she comes back and gets me to give me a reading, which was a surprise. I didn't ask for it. She just did it. And she said, so she uses a bell, like when she does it to kind of clear in the energy. And she's pretty big on TikTok, or she's got a lot of things going on TikTok. So y'all just KURR, the medium. And I'm thinking about, actually, I think we might be doing some stuff together in May. Me and her are talking about it. But anyway, she rung the bell, and I tuned into that bell when she was doing my readings, and I asked my guides to step forward, and I felt like a wind, and they come up on both sides. Like, I was like that, and I was like, whoa. And she flipped. She went like this, about knocked her out of her seat, because the energy hit her, it hit me. And she's like, there is a lot of women energy. She's like, they're almost like a coven. And she's like, GD, they about to, what did she say? She said, and I didn't expect it, because it kind of threw her off. She was like, GD, they're about to mediumship me, like start reading her. And I felt it. And I've known for a while I have a large spirit team, but for me to feel that and then her to receive it was validation enough to be like, oh yeah, it's really cool. So, and I know I have tons of women guides. I believe that, and there's multiple, but that's one thing I forgot to share that I thought was really, really cool. Yeah. Is that a new? Yes, Lisa, the new fan. Connie, I had two people. I had Connie and Dana send me some things from my Amazon wish list, because, well, this wasn't on my wish list. My fan broke, and Connie noticed that in one of my lives, and it was just one of those Dollar Tree fans, and she got me this really pretty one. It's huge though, but it does the business for the hormones. Little fan, Rochelle, to get you some air over there, girl. I'm so sorry. That's hot. I'd die. I'm gonna die. When I come see you, I'm gonna have to have AC. I'm gonna have to get a redneck air conditioner with some dry ice.
I have the ones that go out the window, and so this one does okay. The one in Eli's room like broke, and I can't seem to get a hold of Macy's, the place I got it from. So I don't know, but it was weird. Earlier, we were working on Dulce's fan, and my fan shut off. My ceiling fan, it slowed down and shut off. You have to pull the string to turn that off. Tripped me out. I had to pull the string to turn it back on. Like,
yeah,
I've never had that fan go off like that. It was weird.
That is weird. It's all that darn spirit communication you're doing in your house.
Hey,
it's all that spirit communication.
Well, what was weird is, like, when she's doing the mapping, she puts on the spirit talker, and it leads her on the map sometimes. And like, literally, she was doing Dulce's today, and it said, "Where's my body?" Like, she doesn't know where she is.
Aw, cross her.
Yeah, well, that was, I think, why I've had such a hard time with her, because I think she was alive for a point, because there's a ring involved in this, there's sex trafficking involved in this, so I think she was alive for some point, and then the last reading I did, I felt she was gone. Like, I couldn't tell for a little bit. So,
super sad.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's why she's so hard and everything's so crazy in that case. Like, her chart's crazy, so I could see why the readings are all over the place and crazy.
Yeah.
No, I don't have no portals in my
Don't worry about it. Yeah, no, it will bring. So
I think it was. Yeah, it was just, I don't know, it was just weird that the thing went off. But
well, when we do our readings, or even when we tap in, we can bring spirits closer to us.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and that's very common with our work. But the thing is between our guides, it's like it becomes this unspoken thing to push them out. Every once in a while, yeah, we can have things stick and stay. That's, it happens. That actually does happen. But most of the time, our guides take care of a lot of it. And then sometimes we have to. Like, I just had a little imp thing run through my house. It was about 1.5 feet tall. And things were stirring in the house, and that little sumbitch just ran. And I saw it with my own eyes. And I figured out, if I'm on location, I do see more with my physical eyes. I see a lot with my spiritual eye, but when I'm on location, or if something's present, I'll see more with my eyes. I've noticed. That's why I'm excited about this weekend. Oh, that sucks. She just pulled the chain out of her 2 fans, everyone. Every one of them, or no, wait a minute. Sorry, I was getting 2 messages mixed up. It says, "Hi, everyone." It says, "I just pulled the chain out of my 2 fans a few months ago." Ugh, that sucks. That sucks so bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I almost fell coming back. I was checking those people were walking back.
They need to mind their business. They need to walk on the other side of the street.
Walking that way, walk this way. No, my dogs will go nuts.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
Yes,
You
that's it.
got the first one, Rochelle. You see our names. I helped
Yeah.
get it together today. Okay. I'm excited. So again, we're just doing bullet points. We're starting out with meditation, and it's going to be meditation, intention, and manifestation. I put it in order for a reason. And me and Rochelle are going to take turns, just like covering, like she's going to start off with the definition and some bullet points and kind of have a few words, and then we're just going to rotate back and forth. There's 3 bullet points with facts for each one. So this isn't going to take very long. If you're interested, definitely grab a pen and paper, take notes, or you can always come back and watch it on either one of our channels. It's not going to be extremely detailed, but it will be detailed enough for y'all to understand it and even try to get started. That was my goal today when I wrote our noties. And Rochelle, it's stuff that if you're already into the spiritual stuff, you may already know a lot of this, but at the same time, it could be a good reminder, or you may learn something new.
Yeah.
So,
All right. So, meditation. Meditation is a practice where you train your attention and your awareness. It involves techniques like mindfulness, focusing your mind on a particular object, thought, or activity. The goal is to achieve a mentally clear and emotional calm state. Here are some points about the meditation: is training the mind. Potential benefits are research suggests that meditation may reduce stress, anxiety, depression, and improving well-being. And it doesn't mean you have to completely clear your mind either. Like if stuff comes in, just said, yes, okay, that come in and let it go. Like it's just a point of relaxation. I don't know. I find guided meditations work the best because you're actually your mind is busy doing something. So it's not like you're just laying there and listening to music, but anytime you're just laying and chilling, it's overall well-being. So I just added that little bit.
Of course, yeah. Wow. Anything you want to add? And I agree. Meditation can be whatever you want it to be. It's important to add here too that meditation can be, we've talked about this, drawing, singing,
Painting,
running.
walking.
Yeah. Can be
Anything.
all that kind of
Doing
stuff.
the dishes, driving. I get information when I'm driving sometimes because I'm so focused. What is that guy that that medium, he does it while he's driving.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if I could do something like that, but that's when we're focused and we're not really thinking on anything. So
Yeah. I agree. And there's different types of meditation. So, you have mindfulness meditation, which is where you have something in mind, something that you want to change and work for. You also have focused meditation where you're focused in on like an intention, right? And then you have visualization meditation, which is generally done. You can do it on your own, but that works really well with a guided meditation. I talked about one about the chakras the last time we had a show with me and Rochelle did. And it's where you breathe in chakra colors. So to kind of help clear out your chakras, you start at your root, work your way to your crown, and that's like the middle step. There's different steps too. You want to relax your body. There's different ways to do this, and there's tons of information out there. A lot of people start with their toes and work their way up to your head. And again, you can just breathe in that bright red for the root chakra, focus in on that chakra, breathe out that murky red until you visualize, see, or know that chakra is clear. You'll even sometimes feel it. So that's just an example of a type of visualization meditation. And the best type of meditation will definitely depend on your individual needs. And if you're new to it, it's probably best to start with guided meditation. And you want to definitely look into it. It doesn't have to be that big of a deal. Okay.
yeah.
It just go into it. However, if you can't make it the full 30 minutes, cool.
You don't have to shut your brain off either. You just recognize your thoughts and let them go. You can lay down and listen to music. It's just relaxing. But if you do like a guided meditation, then your brain is focusing on what you're guiding on. That's how, because I'm the same way. I'm ADHD, and that's the only way I can meditate is if I can follow it. You just got to find one that works. And it doesn't have to be like, okay, I'm sitting here and my brain is completely clear. Like it doesn't work like that because no one's brain can be completely clear all the time.
Right.
It just doesn't work that way.
Right. And if you're kind of what we would say, and not in an offensive way, a spacey person or a person that daydreams, I used to do that a lot in school, and I'd get images with my thoughts and stuff, and I didn't realize that was actually intuition. And when you are that type of person, you can in my opinion, not every time, but a lot of the time, you can access your intuition and your third eye or the visual clairvoyant aspect or claircognizant aspect of your intuition, you're probably more intuitive than you actually know, because those thoughts and images that you see that just come out of nowhere, that's 100% your divine whispers, which is the term I use for referring to spirit. So yeah, I mean, there's tons of different types, so that's just a few main types, and it is very important. And Rochelle, I think you want to tell us why it's important.
Well, like she's saying, like the drifting off, it's okay if you drift off. Like if your mind is just, if your mind is going somewhere else, kind of like let it go. Like sometimes that can be spirit too. Sometimes that can be your imagination. It's not always like I said, like you have to shut it completely off. Like recognize those thoughts and let them go. But why it's important, especially if you're trying to like open your gifts, I feel like meditation is super freaking important when you're trying to open your gifts, because you have to learn how to shut down a part of your brain and open another part. Otherwise, you're not able to connect to spirit. When I don't meditate really that much anymore. It's really bad. I need to get back into it. But when I first started, I meditate all the time, all the time, all the time. And it would help my visualization by doing it through like guided meditation, because I could see image, you follow, so you're working with your clairvoyance. So it helps you kind of calm your mind so that you can allow that information to come in, and you learn how spirit kind of communicates with you and works with you. It's super important for that. And if you're having depression, anxiety, like it'll help calm those parts of your mind, because a lot of times, I don't want to go into all the hemispheres of our minds, but it's almost like spirit showing me like the different hemispheres of the minds, and being able to kind of shut off that area where the depression and anxiety is, and kind of open up the other part. I don't know if that even makes sense. That's just what they're showing me right now. But it's like it's just it's super important. It can also help raise our vibration. It can help like just whoosha, whoosha.
Rub the earlobe.
Yeah, especially when you're like, overly stressed and stuff. But really, if you're really wanting to like tap into your gifts, become a medium, become a psychic, you can't do it without knowing or learning how to meditate, because you are in a meditative state when you are channeling. You can watch all of the ones where they do the brain waves, and they'll tell you you're like in a meditative state, or almost there's one part of your brain that's asleep while the other one's awake, and you kind of have to train it just like anything else. So, it's something that you have to do over and over before you get it. And it's not going to be perfect the first time. It's not going to be perfect the 10th time, but you have to learn what's best way for you. Sometimes it's staring at a candle. I was taught that you can stare at a candle, and just, allow things to come to you. If they come to you and you feel like they're important, when you're done, write them down, because you never know. That's why a lot of times I think when I'm doing random stuff and I'm not paying attention, I'll get random things. Sometimes it's almost like you're in kind of a meditative state because you're not really trying. I notice that sometimes. So, when you have that, that's when things can come to us without us even realizing that it's important. So anytime those thoughts come in, we're probably in like a good meditative state. You can even go take off walking and meditate. They have them on YouTube. I'm pretty sure, walking meditations, shower meditations. You don't have to like be laying down or in a yoga position. Like it's not like, you could do it any way that's comfortable for you.
Yeah.
That's my rant.
Handstands, fine,
Oh, I didn't even go off the bullet point. Let me do this.
No, you're fine. I mean, right. The bullet points are there for us to have a guide.
I want to make sure I cover them, because I didn't even look at them.
No, I'm good with it.
Meditation is gaining popularity due to its range of potential benefits for both mental and physical well-being. Here's why: stress and anxiety reduction, improved emotional regulation, enhanced focus and concentration, spiritual connection to the collective. So I basically said all that.
Yep. Because we know what we're talking about, but Chastity's the planner over here, and I'm just like, we got to get it done. We have to put it here, and it's fine. That's in case we, and it helps us to stay on track too, because
I go off on tangents. I'll go off on tangents otherwise.
Yeah,
but for sure. I do too. Practice. Good practice that can benefit people of all ages and backgrounds, even in small amounts. You can make a positive difference. So even 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, and I need to take that advice myself, because excuse me, cat. Sorry, she just pushed the number 4 button. Why do cats like to climb on this? I don't get it.
That's going to be a winning lottery number, everybody. Don't rush all out at one time.
Guided meditations. I mean, you just put it in YouTube and see which one you like best. And that's what I do. There's no like specific ones. So,
And you can ask spirit too to like guide me to a meditation that's good for me. You type it in, like I do that sometimes. Type it in, and you can close your eyes if you want to have fun with it, but you can just scroll up till you see something that stands out.
shoot, you can put them on before you go to sleep. There's sleeping meditations you put on to fall asleep to.
Hmm.
They're because I don't. Whenever I try to do those, I actually don't get through a full one. Sometimes I'll end up falling asleep anyways, which is fine. It's
Yeah.
completely fine if you fall asleep. But you have ones that you can do before you go to sleep. You have ones that you can put in your ears while you're sleeping, and it will literally help change, especially the meditation or the manifestation ones. You can put that in
Hmm.
your, your ear, one ear, and listen to that as you're sleeping, and it works. So it's about it changes, changes our thoughts without us knowing, like our subconscious.
Yep.
So, I mean, you
It
could do
works.
them before you go to sleep. I mean, sometimes people do them before they wake up. It's up to you and what works for you. Like, I've
Yeah.
done them before just like in the shower. Like, there's shower
Hmm.
ones, that's just clearing your chakras and stuff in the shower. So, it's just whatever meditation you want to use for whatever you need to use it for. They have them for anxiety, they have them for depression, they have them for grief, they have them for raising your vibration. Anything that you want to do a meditation for, just type it in YouTube and it'll come up. I guarantee it.
Yeah. Daddy Google at your service. I'm telling you.
Yep.
And there's a lot of good
Daddy
ones out
YouTube.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And
Binaural beats
basically,
too.
oh, yes. That's what I started out using many years ago. And meditation, again, it doesn't have to be all about your mind going blank. Basically what Rochelle was saying, I mean, you can't go wrong with it. I do prefer guided meditation sometimes. Sometimes I prefer live meditations because there's like a nice feeling to be live with people. Even if you're in a room with somebody, which is harder these days, you can even find live ones online, but you will know. I mean, you'll get a vibe about somebody, whether it's your thing or not. I've started some and I'm like, not so much. And there's some that I've started that didn't end very well because I can go into that, deeper part of meditation. And I had something else I wanted to add, but I can't remember what it is now. I'm sure it'll come back to me. But yeah, the gummies, people are saying gummies and stuff. They can. Okay, look, they definitely can come up with what am I trying to say? Look, you say gummies, and now
Relax
my
you.
mind goes, "Duh." Yeah, it relaxes you, and it can, but you just got to be careful because there's a tipping point with things like that. Because, like,
Mhm.
let's say Chastity eats a gummy and Chastity meditates, and then I start to see sometimes it opens me up too much, and it lowers my
Protection.
guard, and then I could start seeing things that are not, I wouldn't say hallucinations because there's a difference. You can with those types of things, but any just a small amount of certain things, like even alcohol, can open you up to getting spiritually attacked. And boy, do they want me sometimes, especially the ones that I kick out. So it's just
Yeah, I
something
don't
to be
even really
aware of.
drink. I don't even really drink because of what I do. I just don't like maybe once a year for my birthday I have like one,
Yeah,
or if I'm
I
craving
think.
like one, but I don't even drink anymore.
Yeah, I might do one every now and again, and then maybe once a year I'll go full blast and have a great time, and that'll be the end of it. But yeah, recreational stuff, if you do it, that's your business. I mean, I don't judge people for what they do. I've done several things myself, but the things that I used to do, they can't really be done anymore. Sacred medicine can be done for spiritual practices too, in meditation. If y'all catch my drift, if you don't know what sacred medicine is, daddy Google it. And sacred medicine is good in small microdosing amounts, or that's, I'm not a doctor, I don't recommend anybody to use any of these things 100% whatsoever, YouTube. But that is one thing you can do for meditation. There's just so many different types. So since y'all brought up the gummy stuff and the CBD products and stuff like that, yes, they can. They definitely can. Just know your limits. Sometimes you get a hold of stuff though these days, and you see people go off the rails, and they're like, all night long. But I guess if you don't have anything else you want to add, Rochelle, I'm going to go ahead and move on to intention.
Yeah, I mean, and you don't have to like your mind doesn't have to be completely clear. Like no one's mind can be completely clear. It's literally impossible.
Yep. Oh,
Our
stretch my
mind is
leg.
always going. It's more of just relaxing. That's it. Like just chilling. Like I said, that's why like the products were kind of dangerous for me because it's like a form of meditation. So then I just start channeling as I'm doing it, and it's
Yeah,
a little much.
it can be.
it's a little much for me. It's a little draining. So yeah. Um, so anything like creative like that, painting, drawing, jewelry, anything that like so that you're doing but you're like zoned out, you know what I mean? Anything like that is also meditative.
Yeah.
Doing the freaking
Yeah.
dishes is meditative. I mean,
Yeah, you can pretty much do what you want as a meditative practice, within reason, of course. So
it's not,
next we're going to go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say it's not like you're, you have to be sitting up straight in a yoga position and like completely have a clear mind. Like it doesn't mean that.
Nope.
I
But
used to
we're going to go
meditate a
ahead.
lot in the bath. That's one thing I wanted to say is water is a
Oh,
conductor.
you're done. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Because I keep thinking of stuff. I keep thinking of stuff. My ADHD mind, because Spirit keeps showing me stuff. Like they're reminding me. Because I used to have a hard time meditating, and I would always like put a bath with the candles and like bubble bath and good scents and stuff. And I would put on my guided meditations and do meditations in the bath. And I had a lot of good meditations in the bath.
Yeah, spiritual baths are great.
So that's
We'll have to
another
talk
thing
about
you can
that
do.
more. Yeah. We can probably detail that more one day when we talk about like maybe spiritual practices and routines. I might add that to our list.
Just don't drown. Like, don't
Yeah, don't drown.
fall asleep. But I used to do a lot. Like all my meditations was in the bath. It's like I'm gonna go do meditation. Let me get in the shot. Get in a salt bath. I don't even do that anymore. It's really bad. But
Sound like you said an assault bath.
in a salt.
The way you said it so fast. Assault bath.
That's what people don't understand. Like I talk fast, but I'm an Aquarius. I have a lot of Aquarius, and Aquarius are fast thinkers. So we think very fast, and you add ADHD on top of that. I get on rambles and I just go.
It happens.
We're fast.
Now, can I move on to intention?
No, because no, I'm just kidding. Sorry, Spirit was showing me the bathtub. Sorry.
Squirrel.
Sorry. Yeah, you can move on now.
Okay. All right. So intentions, let's do the term, but we'll get a little bit deeper. So intention refers to the mental state behind your actions. Okay. And it has a few key aspects. 1, goals and aim. Where are you aiming for your goals? 2, plan of action. This is all included with the intention. And 3, commitment. So those are the things that you definitely, want to focus on when you set your intentions. But in general, intentions for us as spiritual folks is what we look forward to and even visualize. We set these intentions also around the lunar cycle, generally around the new moon, and we monitor these intentions in certain ways throughout the month. And if you do that, then you can actually reach your goals. Your intentions is wherever you put and invest your energy. So, and it really takes, inspired action to set intentions, because we can have intentions to do something, but as soon as we take our minds off of that intention and we're no longer focusing that energy into that intention, then it's no longer like active in our present, and then we're not pouring energy into it. We are creators. We are made in his image, as they say, or made in our creator's image. And we create things, and we can do that with energy. There's a lot of energy that goes into meditation, manifestation, and intention. And intentions is used in what people refer to as magic, right? But not everybody that does manifestation and intentions and stuff like that labels themselves as like a witch or a mystic. I mean, I don't particularly go by any of those things, but I certainly use intentions when I do a different type of candle work and herb work, and everybody's like, that's the same thing. Well, that's what I choose. I don't choose to go by that, but I think we can everybody has intentions. And it's like rituals. This is a good time to add in about rituals. Rituals, it's the same kind of thing. You put your intention in your daily rituals. Like I intend to go brush my teeth.
Right.
I intend to take a spiritual bath. But yeah, I'll stop there because we got the other section I'm gonna let Rochelle do. And before we move on,
I intend to do a lot of things I don't do.
Right. And you can, yeah, it definitely, but it's really about the aiming. It's about following the path. It happens. It happens to all of us. I swear it does, but it's really helpful when you write
Every
your
day.
intentions down. I'm trying not to jump ahead because I'm just defining intentions right now. That's why I'm keeping it short.
I need to answer this freaking question in the chat before I go on because my ADHD will not allow me. Okay, so When people focus too much on relationships, they literally push them away. If it's not your time to have a relationship, you won't. Everything comes in the timing it's supposed to. The key is love yourself and quit looking. Just want to say that. I've been alone for 11 years, and let me tell you, at first it was hard, but I freaking love it. And now I'm like, nope, don't bring nobody in my space. I came to love myself, and so whenever you're ready, whenever it's time, then you'll attract that person. But you got to quit looking for it. You got to raise your vibration, and you just got to allow things to happen as they are. Just go on with your life. That doesn't mean don't make yourself available. But look, relationships aren't everything. Yes, we have soul contracts. Yes, people are supposed to come into our lives, but it's all in a timing, not our timing. The timing is supposed to happen. So the more you look, the more you push it away. The more you focus on yourself, love yourself, raise your vibration, that's how you'll attract it. Because otherwise, it's like you're pushing. I want. You're actually pushing it away instead of just allowing things to happen as they're supposed to. You're literally doing the opposite when you're pushing and wanting things so much. So it's not going to come any fast. I mean, there's a difference in manifestation. You can manifest it. You can visualize it. That's what you want and let it go. Leave it up to the universe. But don't push. Don't do it in desperation. Like you want to be with someone. You have to be okay in your own energy. Love yourself. Learn yourself. Because a lot of times we are alone for a reason. And it's time for us to learn self-love. Just saying. Okay. Tangent over on that.
Yep.
I had to answer the question because it just kept going in the chat. All right, where are we? How to
set your intention for spiritual purposes.
All right. So setting intentions for your spiritual purposes can be a powerful way to focus your energy and growth on your chosen path. Excuse you, Roscoe. Here are some steps to guide you. So self-reflection and goal setting. Quiet your mind, contemplate your spiritual goals, and identify specific intentions. Formulate your intention. Positive and present tense. Be specific but flexible and emotionally resonant. I
think so.
I can't read apparently. Intention setting techniques: journalizing, visualizations, affirmations, and rituals. Affirmations are always great. Visualizing is just another form of manifesting. Aligning and integration. Aligned with your spiritual practices, live with intention, and be patient and persistent.
Yep. And yeah, what she said. Just like,
me and her, we don't like doing love readings because we all know that it's something that is mostly free will based and energy based, and a lot of times it does have to do with like the timing of things, like your astrology chart or whatever,
And people think their twin flame is like a positive thing. It is a positive thing, but they think it's going to end positively. And that's the buggy thing.
It comes in when it's like you're off your path. Like I don't mind it. It came in when I was off my path, and it came in to switch everything around, so I got on my path. And it's more like a chaotic energy. It's not like... Are people hooking up in the chat?
We talked about doing that. Me and Rochelle talked about on TikTok.
Yeah. Hey, maybe we'll have time when I quit doing private readings. We want to
hook
people up according to their signs.
Maybe I'm going to have to figure it out because I just did 2 videos and 2 lives in 24 hours. I don't know what the hell's going on. But no, for real, we can look. I'm going to think about it because as much as we don't want to, I'm not the type of medium to give you a love reading. I can give advice, but the drama that comes along with that doesn't resonate with the type of gifts that I have. It sounds awful, and it's just something. But we definitely thought about doing a matchmaker thing on YouTube. So how TikTok. So how interesting that.
Everybody was doing all like the matchmaking. We're like, what if we do it by astrology? Like that would be cool because I seen a show where it was like based on astrology. So that would be kind of neat. But yeah, I mean, in my readings, I end up describing someone, and then I'll have my clients come back and they're like, okay, the person that you described came into my life. And I'm surprised because like that's all a free will energy thing. So I'm surprised it actually works.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I actually seen people's like, who they're gonna meet next or whatever. Even sometimes like an initial or something. So it's kind of cool. But
It is pretty cool. And I think sometimes spirit
Yeah.
gives us that information just to settle to give you peace, because they do that,
Yeah. Okay, we
they
went
do
off
that.
topic.
Uh-huh. And
I'm
setting
just
intention for spiritual purposes, you can set intentions at any part of your life. It's not always spiritual, right? We set intentions for our goals as like a career and stuff like that. And that's not always spiritual. Not everybody is going to work a spiritual job. We need people to do other things so the world, function and goes around and stuff like that. And it comes along with meditation. You can set your intentions while you meditate, right? So you see kind of where I'm going here with this, right? Right. But it's very important to be positive and in present. I like that, because you cannot set intentions by harping on the past, period. You cannot set intentions by harping on the past, because when you start bringing in past, and if it's an intention that you're setting, you're either building upon something that's already there. But a lot of times we build upon or want to restructure things because we're not happy with the past. So you do have to like clear your mind and let go, basically, and be flexible too, because you cannot expect things to happen right when and where you want them to happen. Once you start getting in the flow, spirit will guide you so much. They will give, like me and Rochelle are talking about, they give us insight as to what to do. I would have not done these journals. I would have not done this class. I would have not created Lights at Midnight, like in my part of it at least, or you come up with any of the ideas that me and Emily did without spirit. That was all channeled in. And you can have that too, but it might be for different reasons, right? So, I mean, you can say that everything in life is spiritual if you live by that, principle, right? But that's super important. And journaling's great. Okay. That's why I'm creating prompt journals, because I think it's super important. Journaling has been something that has been key to me almost my whole entire life since I could write. I've been journaling. I have journals from when I was a young kid, and it helped me through some really traumatic, hard times. And affirmations, like Rochelle was saying, and visualization. Some people can't visualize. That's okay, right? There's something about writing down your feelings it's an energy as you take those thoughts from your head with a pen and a piece of paper or pencil or drawing even, and you put that to paper. You're putting your energy in it. There is a difference in writing and typing, in my personal opinion. There's more of a connection. And rituals, again, is a scary word, but rituals is just another word for intention. Okay. We brush our teeth. It's a ritual. We brush it every day. Ritual's not a scary word unless you make it a scary word, which goes back
Yep.
into perception, divine perception. Haha.
Well,
And
this was like all guided. Like spirit told me about like to do this. So this
yep.
was all, you know. So
Yep.
that's
Rochelle brought it up and I was like, yep, it feels right, which I always felt it too, but I didn't really want to ask Rochelle to do anything extra because she's always so busy. So when you approached me about it, I was like, oh yeah.
we make the time.
Yeah. Exactly. And yeah, I mean, that's really all. And the patience is, you have to be patient. If it doesn't come, it comes in divine timing. I've worked on my products, I've worked on my journals. Everything that I've worked for started in like 2020. It's 2024, and I'm still just getting some of this to come to life. Like Treasure Tree Company, my jewelry company, I'm trying to relaunch it. I'm running into some issues here. Got to have a website, but I'm only one person, and the viewer. Y'all are too. You're only one person. This life, and Spirit's being is leading me to say this. This life that we lead and the things that we are required to do just to eat, sleep, shit, everything but breathe, right? Or yeah, breathing, yeah, because if you want to stay alive, everything that we have to
I was
pay and
gonna
everything that we
say, you telling us not to breathe?
yeah, I mean, I'm saying like everything requires us to do something. Like there's something always in this lifestyle where we get up and we go to work and we get the kids to school. Or I mean, we're all in different phases of our life, but the point is just you got to find your happy place between. You got to wade through all the shit and find your happy place. It's just like researching online. You got to read between the lines of poo to find the facts. And that's the same thing about your life. By meditating, okay, you can get that connection with spirit. And then you can start collaborating with divine spirit, of course, and setting your intentions. And as long as your intentions, in my case, this is just what's worked for me, are pure, and you give without expectation. It's okay to have expectation. Don't get me wrong, right? But you give without expectation, and you help people the best you can within your means and reason. What you want will come back to you the way you need it, not the way you want it, the way you need it. End of story. So that's
Well,
all I
yeah,
got to say.
and the intention too, like for instance, when we're doing any sort of ritual, when we're doing any sort of meditation and whatever, it's the intention behind it. So whenever we're clearing a house, it's the intention behind it. It's having that positive intention. So everything is always intention. Anytime, you're doing healing or whatever it may be, it has to have that positive intention behind it. Meditation, whatever. It's just got to have that intention behind it. So
Exactly.
just wanted to throw that out there.
Exactly. And why is it important? Okay, we'll just go ahead and wrap up intentions. Why is it important? Clarity and focus. You also have tracking progress and celebrating wins. It's important because you can create affirmations off your intentions, right? And that's how we attract. You also get motivation and like being committed to it, to be able to celebrate those wins. And it really does make you more aligned and more aware, because then you're bringing in all that stuff, and it goes along with meditation. But do you always have to meditate to set intentions? No, but it does go hand in hand, because you want to be able to listen, and we're not all going to receive our messages from spirit in the same way. That's where you get into the clairs and extrasensory perception and all that kind of stuff, which we'll go into, not extremely deep, but we're going to kind of just cover them and talk a little bit about each one at some point soon too. So it's got to fit in like an hour and a half, 2 hours. So conversation with the 4 clairs. That's the limit.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah. Overall,
Yeah,
I will
there's
read the
everything
last
else.
part. Well, I'm sorry.
I said 4 clairs and everything else.
Yeah. So overall, setting intentional acts as a roadmap for your spiritual journey is helpful. It provides direction, focus, and motivation to keep you moving forward on your path to spiritual growth. Amen.
What she said. Amen. I don't know. I haven't felt goofy this live. I don't know.
I don't either. Next, manifestation. Rochelle, would you like to define manifestation for us?
Yeah. It has a couple different meanings. So making something unseen become visible or real, or a sign or outward expression of something. So the word manifestation is also used in some spiritual or self-help contexts, specifically in relation to the law of attraction. In this context, manifestation refers to the idea that by focusing on or visualizing your desires, you can increase the likelihood of this coming true. And I have actually manifested a lot of things. I'm really good at manifesting. There are some people that are better at it than others. I know sometimes you have to put your emotion into it, like listening to the meditations of manifestation when you're sleeping, like that helps. The higher your vibration, the easier it is to manifest. You can put it out, visualize it into the world. Like literally, told my son, I said, I really want a Jeep. I manifested a Jeep in like 2 weeks. Like it came out of nowhere. Like that's not the original car we were looking at. And I told my son it'd be really cool if like maybe I need a Jeep. I shit you not. The next time, like he was like, well, that car's not going to work because the car I wanted, there wasn't working out with it. The next thing you know, he's like, oh, well, I have this Jeep Renegade. So, I mean, I'm able to manifest, you put out what you want, you ask for the universe, and you kind of just let it go, along with, being in a high vibration and having the good intention behind it. So you can manifest things into your life. Sure, if I wanted a man, I could manifest him. I just don't. So, but money, when I need it, I seem to like, manifest money if I need it. But that doesn't mean I don't put work into it. But there's been times where, it's just there. So, we can manifest anything we really want. If you haven't watched The Secret, that's a legit thing.
Yeah.
Like literally, I'll do that with lights, where I'll manifest green lights. Like you could do it. Our mind is powerful. Our thoughts literally create. our thoughts create, our minds are powerful. That's one thing that we, and I think Aquarius is where we're really masters at manifesting anyways, but just learning how to do it correctly. There's lots of things out there that can teach you how to do it correctly. I'm not the best at manifesting, but I do pretty good job of it.
Yeah. Inspired action's the key to manifestation. If you're a procrastinator, you're not going to, and I'm not trying to call everybody out here.
I'm a procrastinator.
Right. But in certain things you're a procrastinator because it doesn't go hand in hand. I mean, I'll fight somebody right now. If you're a procrastinator and you're not getting where you need to be or what you do, if you're manifesting not you, but I'm just using this as an example, Jeeps and shit in your life, sprinkle some of that manifestation over here. Cause I'm trying to go meet Rochelle. Like I need to manifest a few,
Dude, I don't know.
few
I don't
thousand
even
subs.
know how I did it. It was like literally like I told my son, like, I need a Jeep, and it came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I manifest through my emotions. Oddly, it's not odd at all. It's perfect because let me backstep a little bit on that. Our emotions are energy, and we throw out a lot of intentional energy with our emotions sometimes. Throwing out that intentional energy and you're adding those emotions behind it, which pushes things out. That's why you have like energy shedding, the term I've coined, like, or even happy or sad or traumatic events, whatever it may be, good or bad. We shed out energy and we throw it out into our environment, and we can manifest things that way. It is possible. So it's definitely, it's normal, but you have to be careful with it, of course, right?
And it has to be like for your highest good, and you can ask, you can ask the universe for it, and the universe will give you again what you need. I obviously needed it. So,
yeah.
But you can manifest vacations,
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm manifesting a car this year, and I'm manifesting a trip out west, if not this year, first of next year. And those are just the big ones for me, besides like my YouTube goals and stuff.
I obviously didn't pay for it outright. I obviously have to pay payments on it, and it's a lot higher than my other car was. But I'm able to haul hay in it easier and stuff. So, I obviously didn't pay for it outright, but
yeah,
I still have payments on it. But hey, I'm happy with it.
Absolutely.
I'm like, well, it's gonna last because it came out of nowhere, like literally out of nowhere. When he told me that, I was like, are you joking me? Like, I literally just said that the other day.
Right.
So yeah, you can manifest anything you want. It's really about intention, putting it out there, not pushing it, but just having the high vibration with it when you do it, and you can do it. Like,
yeah.
There's lots of self-help videos on how to manifest correctly, but it's literally just visualization, a lot of it,
Yeah, 100%. It's possible. And it all goes hand in hand. Manifestation goes in hand with intention and meditation. And again, I did it in this order for a reason. But I guess we can go ahead and just say, why is manifestation important to our spiritual practice? Well, let me tell you. Manifestation's importance in spiritual practices depend on your specific path. And here's a breakdown, okay, now? So manifestation as a tool for growth. So you've got focus and goal setting, empowerment and belief, and law of attraction. So again, we have to focus our intent to set our goals, right? Take inspired action is the term that you would want to associate with manifestation. So we meditate, get a connection for our highest good, the intentions. That's where we set the goals, and then inspired action is manifestation. Okay. And that's just a simple way here to talk about it. Empowerment and belief. So once we start manifesting and we start seeing results, what does it do? It boosts your confidence, it boosts your connection to spirit, it boosts that trust level that you have with yourself, and it makes you happier for the most part, as long as you're doing it for your highest purpose and good. So it raises your belief system. And the law of attraction, there's several spiritual laws, but the law of attraction is what you put out is what you get back. But then you also have like laws of resistance. So what you resist will surely come to you because you're putting so much energy into it. So anytime you put energy into something, it is the law of attraction. You are getting it. So if you think I'm not trying to be insensitive. Huh?
Resisting a man? I don't want one. That means it'll stay
Yeah.
away, right? I don't want
Bug spray. I'm gonna make Rochelle some man spray, deflecting man spray. When I make my
come in
products.
here.
Get
Hey,
on out here now.
I have it
But
in my chart to attract psychopaths. I'm done with it.
oh God. Yeah, girl.
My
I'm gonna make you
my
some
Saturn
manifest.
my Saturn is at Libra at 22 degrees. So just saying.
Okay. Balance, justice, Libra at 22 degrees in what house?
I don't remember, but she said I have a tendency to attract psychopaths.
I'll have to look later. Now I'm interested
And
because the house will make all the difference.
well, she said she said I have a tendency to attract psychopaths unless I get with someone that's like a PI or a law enforcement, something to channel that 22nd degree kill or be killed energy. That's what she's saying.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, and it's true. I do. I just had that happen again. Like, I'm done.
I'm sorry.
So that's why I'm like, career, and then I'm like, hey, one day if it's meant to happen, it'll happen. But I always have that feeling in my head of like, because I work so much true crime. Anyways, that's on a
Yeah.
tangent. But I was just talking about manifesting because a lot of people can manifest a partner. I choose not to.
Yeah.
Time I did. Don't want to anymore. But you were talking about the law of resistance, and that's what made me think of it.
Yeah. And you can attract it. But then if you don't take the opportunity, it's not there. Right. So, and then the manifestation with caution. You want to focus on the journey, not the past. You want to focus on the present and the journey. And then you also have the letting go of the past and accepting, like basically riding the wave, how things are. You want to definitely ride the wave and accept the way things are now because you can't change the past. You can only change the present to make for a better future, right? And then increased awareness and gratitude. So you're more aware of kind of what's, how can I say this? You're more aware of kind of what's going on in your life, especially if you have a plan, right? And it doesn't have to be every part of your life. It's only the part of life that you could say, how can I say this? That you really want to work on manifesting. You don't have to do this for every part of your life, right? You can only do it for your spiritual goals. I mainly do it for my work goals with my spirituality, right? And then co-creation with the universe. So it gives you that oneness feeling, like you are a part of something bigger, right? So ultimately, the importance of manifestation in your spiritual practices is a personal decision, okay? But it is be mindful of the drawbacks, like if things doesn't happen on your timeline, again, ride the wave. It's going to happen on spirit's time. You're not always going to get what you want. You're going to get what you need. Okay. Yep. And that's the biggest thing, that you have to keep in mind. And practicing gratitude is 100% necessary. Giving thanks back to people, to the creator, to yourself, like practicing gratitude is super duper important. 100%. And Rochelle, she's got tips for manifesting your goals.
Where did I go? Hang on. There I am. So tips. Often use a manifestation with some grounding in psychology. So define your goals, believe in yourself and your ability to achieve. Focus and alignment, visualization. So spend time each day visualizing yourself achieving your goals. Engage your senses and make the visualization vivid. This strengthens the neutral pathways in your brain associated with your goals. Positive affirmations align with your values. Ensure your goals align with your core values. Action and persistence. Take inspired action. Embrace the journey and practice gratitude. That's another thing I wanted to mention about manifestation since you're saying gratitude. The more grateful we are, the more thankful we are, the more we say, oh, thank you for this, thank you for that. I'm so grateful for this. I'm so grateful for that. And we express gratitude and we mean it. We can also attract more because it's letting the universe know that you're grateful and you're thankful. I do that all the time. Or if something happens, I'll walk around like I'm thankful. I'm so grateful. Like I constantly am telling the universe, thank you, for things that I have in my life. And, even if it's something little. So that will also, gratitude is very, very important in manifestation. I forgot to mention that. Create a vision board, let go of attachment and live in the present. So don't live in the future. Don't be wondering, oh, is this relationship going to work out? How's this going to go? Like I always tell people that you got to live in the now, not in the future, not in the past. You can't live in the past. You can't change it. There's no point to live there. You can't live in the future because it hasn't happened yet. You can manifest things for your future, but you can't live in the future. So, you know, like a lot of people will be like, oh, is this relationship going to work out? Just ride the wave. Ride the wave for it. It's free will in the long run with relationships anyways, but you got to live in the now. Experiment with different techniques and find what works best for you. A lot of times people will write things down, sleep with them under their pillow, do manifestation video, like manifestation meditations while they sleep. Those work really well. There's an 888 method that I've learned about. There's lots of different methods. There's a guy that I actually watch on YouTube that like talks a lot about manifestation. I'm sure you can find him. I can't remember his name right now. So manifestation should be seen as a tool to support your goals and not a replacement for hard work and dedication. That's the most important inspired action. The point of manifesting is our thoughts are still strong. We can still create, but it's not going to bring anything that's going to be harmful to you. So, you're going to get what you need. And you can get what you want too, because sometimes what you want is what you need. You're on mute.
Yeah. And I mean, if something bad is coming, like let's say you're trying all this stuff and something bad continues to happen, there's something blocking you from reaching that goal. Like there's times I've worked with people that they get blocked from prayer because they have an attachment, right? But sometimes it's just their own energy that blocks them. And you have to be able to let go of things. You have to be able to start to begin to heal. And the more you heal, the more you'll see that you can set your intentions and manifest things.
Yep. And intentions work along with manifestation and positive thinking. Like I always tell people, like our thoughts literally create. Like we can create anything we want with our thoughts.
Yep. 100%.
Energy is energy. We are energy.
Yep. Our thoughts, everything's energy. And some things just have more energy than others.
And whatever is meant for us will never pass us by.
We pass it by. We can pass it by. It might come it will present right in our face sometimes.
We have the free will to be like, no, we don't want it.
Yep. And then, but it'll come back around sometimes. We do get second chances as much as people don't want to sometimes say or think that, especially when you're in that space or that headspace of like, I'll never get another chance. That's not true. So, and that, I feel like that was a relationship thing that come through from spirit. But Miss Rochelle, I think unless you have anything else to add, I think that's all I would like to add, and we can open up for some questions because I'm starting to have some back problems. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to be on.
Well, you can just ask if anybody has any questions.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. It hit me all of a sudden. Like my arm's going numb. I knew I wasn't going to have but like an hour and a half, but I didn't want to say it in the middle of her talking. And I'm not trying to be rude because I want to stay on.
Shut up. I have to say something. That's what you tell me. Rochelle, shut up. I have to say something.
Oh, it's fine. No, it was fine. I had to compose myself because it hit. Because I don't know, it hit me right in my chest. So I pulled this up just in case because I almost felt like an attack at first. Like somebody sent me something like, and then my arm went numb. But sometimes it can be a pinched nerve. So I don't want. That's when I just have to lay down for a little bit. So unfortunately, fortunately, this is why this is my job. And I think this is why, like, it's just this off topic. But for those, I know a lot of you guys struggle with chronic pain and there's a reason for it. It took me a long time to figure that out. And I try to make the very best of my chronic condition because it is very much so not going to get much better without some type of intervention. And it may not get better then, but there's always a reason for something. Right. And the fact that, spirit gave me this gift, anything's possible. It's a gift. You have to grab your gift. You have to unwrap your gift. But we all have something we can give back if we just try, because that's what I've done for like the last little bit. is push, not push my body as much, but I have been doing a lot, but it's within my means. But I have been doing a lot of walking and standing up and chit chatting today. So if I don't get my rest, it starts to make me feel like crap. But I know for a fact several people in the chat, I know y'all deal with the same stuff. So sending y'all much love, and I hope y'all understand. I'm sorry.
Does anybody have any quick questions? Or you can ask me. I don't know if I can answer, but oh, my light's on. I forgot to turn on my. I don't know how my balls got shut off, but they did. No wonder they haven't been going off.
That's weird.
Yeah, they were shut off, so maybe they just shut off on themselves. I don't know.
Something wanted to move undetected.
I don't know. Anybody have any questions? Well, this one just came on. Okay.
Huh.
The other blue one was on, and that one was on.
I've been holding my crystal, though, and it does help.
How long does it take to figure out that you're gifted? I mean, for one, if you just feel pulled to, doing this type of work or doing any kind of that, if you feel pulled to the spiritual side, to the occult, to all of that, that's one sign. Another sign is if you have it, like if you have feelings about things, if you get visions, if you hear things, like that's how you know. You can always bring that stuff in by doing meditation and asking for it. But it's just everybody has their own journey on how long it takes.
Absolutely. I'm sorry to hear that, Autumn Moon. She said she broke her tailbone. That's awful.
I landed on mine and I did not break it. I just bruised it really bad. And man,
that
was some
awful.
of the worst pain I ever had because it was just like spazzing all the time.
Yeah. I've had that happen when I was 12, and that might be why my back's messed up. I had a bad roller skating accident. This guy literally knocked me down and sat on my head. Luckily, he wasn't that big, but he hurt me, boy. I'll tell you what. How often do you meditate? That's up to you, Snowfall. I mean, you meditate as often as you want. There's no really set schedule. You set that schedule for yourself, and you can do it, every day, once a day, but people, you should be at the point now where you probably wouldn't have to do it, but like once a week, unless you're trying to do something with it. I think once a week would be good for you, and it wouldn't be too overwhelming, Snowfall. Honestly, just knowing you, I think that would be really good for you. But you can do it a little bit every day again, but you're meditating when you're drawing too, so keep that in mind.
I mean, I'd be in the same boat as her because I had a lot of back issues until I had those metal rods put in. Those helped me a lot.
Yeah, that's where I'm headed, and I don't want to.
I mean, mine are in my hip. It's made a complete difference. I could barely walk, and now I can pull bales of hay. Like, I still have issues where my hips still hurt a little bit, but, it definitely, I'm glad I did it, I'd be in a lot worse. I wouldn't really be able to get around without it. So sometimes we need that extra help.
Yeah, and that's what spirits like. I appreciate people have been sending me healing and stuff, and I super appreciate it. And it does help. It really does. It helps. But then at the end of the day, when I overuse my back, there's nothing that will completely stop. It'll stop for a little bit if I connect to spirit or if somebody sends me healing energy, but it was pretty bad. And I'm not complaining. I'm grateful, And how old were we both when we started using? So Rochelle's like 5 years older than me. We were around 30 when we really, huh? I'm sorry.
Rochelle's 5 years older than me.
So, but we were in our 30s. We both were around the same time. We were around the same age, but there's just a 5-year difference. We're not that far apart. We're both 80s babies, so that's fair enough. So if that gives you a perspective, she's just a tiny bit older than me, and you feel better. Just give you. Oh no, we're not that old. My mind feels young. My body feels old. I don't know. That's what feels old on me. But yeah, we were around 30, but I knew from an early age something was different, but I had like this experience with astral projection when I was 12. And then I've always just known things. I've always been interested in the supernatural or the paranormal. And I don't know, Rochelle could probably tell you more about herself or sum it up, but we were around the same age when we both like really went for it, just different time periods.
Yep. Mine Saturn return, like I was like 30. But
yep.
I had that experience before that. We talked about that on Lights at Midnight podcast. So
yep.
we have a episode 29 on her podcast on Spotify that you can listen to if you want to know the full story.
Yeah,
it's 3 hours, but it's fun to listen to while you're doing whatever.
It was a good episode. It was a really good episode.
That was fun. It was a lot of fun. So
Yeah, it's episode 1, season 30, and it's not videoed. It's only audio. So you can either listen on YouTube at the Lights of Midnight podcast, or you can go on Apple, Spotify, and all that kind of good stuff. Anywhere you get your podcast and listen. And thank you all for the shout outs and the support. I'm going to make it. I promise. I've done a lot in the last couple of days, and I know my limits. So if I keep sitting up, my stuff's going to be all junky. But I'm happy to answer a few more questions. I do. I appreciate and love every one of y'all. I remember all y'all's names.
She's going.
The stream was incredible. Ah, yes. I haven't seen mine blink since I got one either. Let's see. Yes, Mystic. If you're talking about me, it's the Luminary Luna Beams, and I probably could give you a link real
link
quick.
is in the description box.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, if you go under the description of the video.
I added everything in the description box.
Yeah, and if it's not the link directly to the YouTube, it's my linktree link, which has the link to everything. You can email me from there. It's every link to everything I have in my linktree, but you'll see the YouTube for the Luminary Luna Beams, and then my other channel is the Light at Midnight podcast that I host with Emily, the Fine Art Medium. Pain management, yes, that's next for me. I don't really want to do it though. It sucks. Been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. Yeah, I've already done it in my 20s.
I've been there, done that, and I had to force them. I was like, no, you know what? You guys keep masking my pain. I want to do this surgery. I told them what I wanted because I did my research. And I was like, this is the only thing that's going to fix me. My SI joints are shot. They're not going to magically appear. Quit giving me medication that I don't want to take and fix it. And I'll tell you, I'm like, I mean, I still have issues in my hips. I'm not perfect. Like, I still have some pain sometimes. But let me tell you, I am probably 80% better than I was.
That's great.
Totally worth it. You know, totally worth it. But, I mean, I wouldn't be able to do half the stuff I do now if I wouldn't have done that before I moved.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I got to get my shit together.
Joints. I had an SI joint fusion on both of them, and I'm so much better because it literally takes all the weight off. Like, I still have back problems sometimes. I still have hip, like, it just depends, but it's not nothing like it was. That's for sure. I'm glad I did it. So,
yeah.
And a lot of times people that have back issues will have SI joint issues. If you've had a kid or if you were ever, really active or sometimes even abuse, SI joint issues, look it up. So if you've got a lot of back issues, sometimes that's an issue. I'm
sure I've got all of that. I haven't looked it up yet, but I know you and Em talk about it all the time. I need to. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear you put down the steps.
Talk to your doctor about SI joint fusion. It's the only thing that fixed mine were gone. There was nothing left. Like, I was getting to the point I could not walk before I got here. They just kept doing, injections and pain meds and nothing. It's just Band-Aids. Like, I'm like, no. I told them, I said, look, send me to this doctor. I want to go to this doctor. Send me here. I'm doing this surgery. So I went to that doctor. The doctor said the surgery would work for me, and I did it. And I'm so much better than I was. Not perfect, but a lot better.
That's good. That's good. And it's good to hear, Desiree, you've been asking for guidance on being more aware of your discernment. Keep doing that. Keep asking for guidance, and you'll see it come in. It's subtle. And you're welcome, Hawk. Thank you, guys. I have scoliosis myself.
I can probably attract lightning. That's why I stay in here.
Yeah. 80s babies. Yes, yes. Yes, please don't forget to like and subscribe to wherever you're at. If you're one of my subscribers and you don't know Rochelle, definitely head over and subscribe to her channel. She's got a lot of cool things going on over there. She's a psychic medium that specializes in true crime and many other things, actually. Yep. Hey, Cassie. Yes, Cassie, I know. I need one so bad, girl. Hey, Veronique. All my spooky boos in the chat. Let's see. That's a long while. I was way back up there.
Tens machines aren't bad. They have them on Amazon. I actually have one here somewhere.
Yeah, I need to get me one.
They're not that expensive.
Not anymore.
They used to be really hard to come by, but they're not anymore. Yeah.
Yep. I get most of my guidance while cooking. That is actually cool. I can see having that as well. All right, guys. I think, let's see, my daughter wants to know quickly, what does it mean if she is specifically drawn to a particular card? It has a message. There's a message potentially there for her or somebody else. I mean, that's honestly, it's the intuition. So maybe try, if she can't get it through sight or like visioning or knowing, try automatic writing. Spirit said automatic writing. So take the card, focus in on it, automatic write. She might hit her intention there. That's exactly what Spirit just said. Whoops.
And I have to tell you, when I do readings, Spirit will show me a card that I know. So
Yeah.
it's a way of telling me something. So sometimes I'll be doing readings and they'll bring up a card that I know from my deck. So that's their symbolism to show me the card. So that just started happening after I started pulling cards. So if she's pulling cards and Spirit wants to tell her something specific, then she will see that card. Just saying, that's how it works for me. If they know something they can relate it to, that's usually how you'll get information. And yes, auto writing.
Yep. Absolutely. Well, guys, I appreciate you being here. Rochelle, as always, I appreciate you. And I love each and every one of y'all. Thank you for being here. I am going to have to hop off. I don't know if Rochelle's going to hang around for a little bit, but I appreciate everybody. And thank you, Rochelle.
You're welcome. Feel better.
I love y'all. I'm going to try. Bye. Boot me out. I don't have an end button, never.
Oh. Yeah. So the pulling, that's what Spirit does to me too. Like when I was pulling the so I do like my cards intuitively. Like that's something that I'm learning too. But Spirit will show me, like, if I'm channeling a case, they'll sometimes take me back to my crime deck and show me like this card. But when I was pulling the cards for the moms, I stopped. I pulled a murder card and then I stopped and then I put it back, and then Spirit kept showing me that card over and over. So I pulled it back out and it ended up being right. So, you know, sometimes they do that kind of stuff too. But yeah, you guys have any questions before I go? I'm gonna go do the astrology for Elijah and Dulce, and then I'm gonna go more in depth on Summers. It's a lot. It's a lot. So I'm putting a lot on her. I feel really bad. Oh, she finally disappeared. Yeah. So anyways, I'm not going to do much more other than that tonight because I have Spirit led tomorrow, so I'm kind of done for the night. Our loved ones always hear us. Always. My neck started hurting. No, probably not, Donna, because like I said, I have Spirit led tomorrow, and this astrology makes me tired even just going over it, like for some reason. And I've got two astrology charts. I still need to get to like people's questions and stuff. I'm so like so behind. And it became, you know, sometimes being a woman sucks. So probably not tonight. Spirit led is I have 6 people and it's a Spirit led group. I haven't opened any more up because I'm kind of already feeling a little like drained on them, but just I give readings to whoever Spirit leads. So kind of like what Matt Frazier does with his audience reads and things like that. It's like that kind of thing. And with his Zoom. Yeah. You're welcome. This was kind of goofy one, but I didn't even go over like this was like last minute. Like I literally put it up like 2 days ago because we're slacking. We're both doing a whole lot. So my dogs are. So, all right, I'm gonna get off here and I'm gonna get those videos done because I'm already getting tired. So it was good to see everybody. Hope to see you in the next one. It'll be in a couple weeks when I don't know what we're gonna be talking about yet. We haven't talked about that. So she comes up with the stuff. I'm along for the ride. She's more of the planner than I am. I'll just like get on and be like, yo, what's up with this? This is what we talk about. Well, you guys will see a lot more of me because like I said, I'm shutting off my schedule. So you guys will see a lot more of me and you're going to get tired of my face. Because this will be all that I'll be doing. So I'll have way more time. I don't know. I rescheduled them. So you would have been rescheduled for group. So you guys will get tired of my face, I'm telling you. All right. I better go do this so that I can get this up. I'll talk to you guys. I'll see you guys soon.